Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here, and today we have a replay from Mr. Pickles in his Atago, the Tier 8 Premium Japanese Heavy Cruiser. Now, the Atago, in my opinion, is probably the best Tier 8 Premium Cruiser that you can get in this game. It's also one of the oldest premium ships in the game. I do believe it's either the oldest or the second oldest. She's been around for quite some time. It's a fantastic cruiser with a fantastic set of characteristics. If you look at Mr. Pickles' detection range here, it's all the way down to 9.3 kilometers. And she also has 10-kilometer torps. You can stealth torp in this cruiser. She also has an excellent set of guns with good old Japanese HE alpha and also HE fire chances as well. She's a great fire starter. The AP is no slouch either on this ship. Now, granted, it's not something like American AP that has the improved pin angles and such, but it will slap hard if you slip up and show this ship your side. It also comes equipped with hydroacoustic search, a fighter, and of course a heal. Now, a heal isn't something that most Tier 8 cruisers get. Even most Tier 8 premium cruisers do not have a heal. But the Atago, like many Japanese cruisers before it, is a little bit squishy. Her Citadel, while not on the levels of the Hipper, where you'll shoot the radio mast and somehow Citadel the Hipper, it is not the hardest ship ever to Citadel. So she gets that. Now, Pickles does have the legendary commander Yamamoto equipped on his Atago. Here is his commander build if you're wondering what he is running. Opens up here on this Megami, and look at that dispersion. Beautiful. 7 almost 8,000 damage there in HE Alpha. 10 shells connect. Now, they are playing standard battle mode at the moment. Well, at the moment, like it's going to change during this match. They are in standard battle right now, which is... Oops, that starts the fire on that Megami. Which is not a favorite mode of mine. I do like it better than, let's say, Epicenter, but it's a mode where there's a fair stalemate for most of the match. There's not really much going on. You kind of just sit at each other and you wait for one team to die faster than the other team. It's not as dynamic as something like Domination. So these matches do tend to go on for a little bit longer, although with some teams that are common today, it can be a short affair. There are also 2 submarines in this match, 1 per side and no CVs. Luckily, Mr. Pickles does not accelerate into those Megami torps right there. They just sail on by. And he's waiting for his torpedoes to reload to maybe throw some torps out on this Heinrich. Oh, there's the Veneto all the way over there. Ooh, Megami detonates the Icarus. Now, Mr. Pickles is top tier here. This is a tier 6, 7, and 8 game, if you can't tell by the detonating Icarus. The Heinrich there looking like a nice farmable target. It's a German battle cruiser, some fairly thin armor. Perfect target for something like the Atago. And sure enough, bonk, there we go. 5k and a fire, 7 pins up. Megami tries depth charging. Oh, no, my bad. He was actually going after the enemy cachalot there. Looks like the cachalot does have a target lock on the Megami, and there goes the Megami. Man, submarine gel. Let me tell y'all a little bit about submarines. They seem to be in the same phase that CVs were after the CV rework, where if you have a good player in a submarine, they're nigh unstoppable, but then you can also have players that don't really know what they're doing, and they're barely even a slight annoyance. That seems to be where submarines are at right now, at least from what I've seen, and those of you that have been watching stream have seen me have to go through a fair few of them. Heinrich is pushing over to the mid while it looks like he's engaging the Orlik. And speaking of submarine, that was an enemy submarine sonar ping that just went zooping by Pickles here. And Pickles has been pinged, and there's the indicator right in front of him. Drops depth charges a little bit fore of the indicator. Still looking to get some shots on this Heinrich, but then here we go. Oh, by the way, if you can't tell from this clip right here, Atago has excellent maneuverability. Dumps the shells at the Heinrich, dodges those torpedoes with ease. This ship can have, I believe, a 3-second rudder shift time if you want to build for it. U-69 right there. He was at the surface, so he was spotted. Pickles pops his hydro, And now this U-69 will be spotted as long as he stays above maximum depth, which he stops at. If you guys didn't see that, he stopped descending at 30 meters, which is operational depth. So as long as he's chilling right here, he's going to be spotted by Pickles' Hydro. But if he were to crash dive, he could go undetected. But for some reason, he doesn't do that, which is very strange. He does brake before going into that next field of depth charges that Pickles was dropping, but he does clip him with one. They did increase the range of the depth charges a few patches ago, but those torpedoes were way too close to arm or ascend up to Pickles' depth, so now they just kind of have a staring contest while Pickles waits for his depth charge planes to come off a cooldown. As you can see, the U-69 looked like he might have gotten hit by the Colorado's depth charges, and I'm sorry, it is Pickles' depth charge that started the flooding. He is on his way to flooding out, but he stops at 880 meters, 880 XP. Pickles drops another depth charge on him, and you can see the oil is still leaking out of his submarine at the moment. And let's see if he gets him with this rack, and yep, there we go. First set of charges gets him, getting Pickles his first kill of the match. Oh, there's a nice Colorado out there that's right in primetime farming land. So, with one submarine down, the enemy team is down 4 ships, 2 cruisers, 1 sub, and a battleship. Friendly team is down 2 destroyers. That's not great. You always want to keep your destroyers for alive for as long as possible. The enemy team does still have all 4 of theirs at the moment. And Pickles is transitioning from the eastern side of the map over to the western side, dumping some torpedoes out there at potentially, I believe, those destroyers that might be hiding around the island. There's a Poltava way out there, which is a ship you don't see too much in random battles much anymore. It's a pretty good ship. It's an interesting little Russian battleship that's kind of like a Russian Roma. Good AP shell, smaller guns for its tier, but pretty darn tanky. It's also a big ship too. It's around the same length as the Iowa, the Tier 9 American battleship, dumping some torpedoes in the general direction of the Colorado. Hello, Colorado. Now, Pickles is undetected here. He's wanting to stay undetected as well. Colorado does have 16-inch guns, and they are 16-inch guns that do hurt. So that's why he's holding fire. Ah, there's the Farragut in that smoke along with the Asashio. Oh, there's Poltava 2 all the way out there, starting to get a little bit closer and within torpedo range. So Pickles starts to line up the torpedo shot here with the Poltava. Gives him a couple of seconds to see what exactly he's doing in terms of maneuverability. And goes ahead and drops the torpedoes as he gets detected by something. Probably the Farragut coming out of smoke, so he drops some torpedoes in the general direction of that smoke. Yep, there's the Farragut there. Colorado's still broadside on. Now since he's detected, no shame in hiding it anymore. It starts to open up on the Colorado. And Colorado returns the favor. Pickles hits the brake here for a second to throw off the Colorado shots. Sure enough, it works. Also gets a fire on the Colorado. And Asashio pushing the Cachalot right now. So that's something you really want to see because destroyer dropped depth charges hurt a lot harder than depth charges dropped by aircraft. So you guys should see that here, this Cachalot's health. Let's see, good hit on the Asashio there, starts the fire. Yep, gets the Asashio, but look at that, the Asashio just in one run. And look at that too, picks up the Poltava with a torpedo. Getting Pickles a double strike. Ah, man, when I watched this through the first time, that really threw me off for a loop because he got the Asashio kill. I'm like, wait a second, he didn't hit the Asashio with the torpedo. Then I realized, nope, it wasn't the Asashio who got the torpedo, it was the Poltava. Oh, man, what great timing. I'm sure you fully intended to do that at the same time, Pickles. So I was pushing out this island where that Farragut and that Asashio were hiding behind. Like I was saying too, the ship drop torpedoes do hurt a lot more. Ship drop depth charges do hurt a lot more. As you guys can see, that Cachalot's at half health after one run from the Asashio, which would take like 3 or 4 runs with the plane drop depth charges. So Pickles is waiting for that Farragut to come around the corner. He is detected, but oh, it's that corner that he comes out of. Hello there, Farragut. And Farragut opens up his guns on Pickles. It's a naked Farragut too. Poor fella probably just got his Farragut not that long ago. And Pickles, instead of killing the man humanely, decides to flex on this poor Farragut and sink him with torpedoes, showing him that, therefore, the Atago is the superior DD to the Farragut. And, of course, he easily dodges those torpedoes with the high maneuverability of the Atago. That leaves Pickles on this flank with a Kagero and a Veneto. And the friendly Cachalot is now in the cap. Now, the Cachalot does have to be on the surface of the cap in order to cap. You cannot cap at a submarine at periscope depth or, well, any depth below the surface of the water. You do have to be at the surface. So there's some more torpedoes at the Veneto because he's having such a good run with them today. Every torpedo that he's hit so far has killed something. He's only hit 2 torpedoes, but hey, they were the 2 that counted. Starts a fire on the Veneto over there. He's moving that back down south to help deal with the Kagero that is taking their home cap, because of course if you lose that cap, that's the match. Ooh, Kagero is down at 2k. Orkin is engaging. Orkin's a very nice DD, by the way. One I would recommend you pick up if you like gunboat and cap contesting DDs. So Kagero goes undetected, and the Orkin there decides, well, I'm going to have my daily allotment of torpedoes today. He was so close to dodging it too. Maybe one more tick in the other direction with his rudder, he probably would have been able to dodge that just fine. But unfortunately, I think he got a little tunnel visioned on the Kagero, and there goes the Orkin. Pickles up to 4 kills, by the way. Now, if you look at the scoreboard now, it's much closer. Both teams are about halfway through their ships. Veneto does not eat another fire there. And the Cachalot is still in the enemy cap. The Kagero is still hanging out around down here somewhere. Look how low the Cachalot. He's on 1,000 health. Kagero is back in the cap with the Atlantico. And Pickles is also trying to help divert this Veneto's attention away from the friendly Cachalot. Although Veneto did just eat 2 of the Cachalot's torpedoes right then and there. And will he should have been able to see the ping from the, well, not the ping, but the little indicator you get when the Cachalot, when the submarines do ping you. But apparently not. Up, and there's the Kagero now at 1,000 HP. Pickles pops his Hydro to spot any incoming torpedoes. And gets his guns off, and there we go. That's Kraken Unleashed in Yamamoto. So now, Pickles has a 10-second reload time on his main battery guns. Look at that. 10-second flat reload time. He's still at almost full health, too. So when you pop Yamamoto's, I forget what it's called, Will to Victory talent or whatever. Oh no, it's not Will to Victory. That's the Russian one. I can't remember. Whatever it's called. Second wind. That's what it is. You get a 25% boost to your ship's armament reload time. So your guns, your torpedoes, planes if you're in the Issei. And you also get a super heal that regens up to, I believe, 40% of the damage that you've taken during the match. However, since Pickles has barely taken any damage, it only heals just a teeny tiny bit of his health, so he doesn't really get the benefit from that. But now he's got a 10-second reload with Yamamoto's skill procced, and he's on 5 kills, and there's still 4 more ships left to sink on the enemy team. Now he does have to make a journey back up north since he was all the way back down here, down south, and if you go back and like watch this replay at high speed, he's basically been making a loop of the central area of the map. And the Atago can do that. She's a very nimble and quick cruise, as you guys are seeing here. He's already going 36.5 knots in the ship already. So if you look at the situation, the teams are pretty even now. They've got 1 DD, 3 battleships left alive on the enemy team. The friendly team has 1 DD, 3 battleships, and Pickles left alive, and his Atago. So it's a very close game at the moment, and both teams are within 100 points of each other. It's still very much anybody's game at this point. Looks like the Sashio's trying to land some torps on the Fuso in Colorado all the way back out there. The friendly Sashio's down to 3,800 health. The Heinrich over there looks fairly healthy. Oh, there's that Veneto again from earlier. And he sees Pickles, and Veneto does have sap, and sap does most certainly hurt cruisers quite a bit. And there we go, gets his sap shells off. Pickles breaks and turns hard. Manages to throw off the first shot. And nabs Confederate there too. By the way, adding that to his collection of skills, of achievements. Starts a fire on the Veneto. Veneto instantly damacons it. Man solo, he has to do that. Pickles throttles up again, trying to throw the Veneto off in terms of his shots. Veneto's staring at Pickles quite hard right now. waiting for that very long Italian reload to get done with on his guns. Sets another fire on him. Sap coming in. Ooh. Takes away a good chunk of Pickles' health. Man, if Yamamoto's heal is still going then, that would have been useful. Gets a kill. He's on 6 kills now. And the enemy Blashwicka has now popped up and decided he wishes to gunfight a heavy cruiser. Okay, seems pretty Polish. Starts the fire, Mr. Pickles. There's the Blashwicka Torps as well. And Pickles damage cons that, and now he's undetected. His bloom has gone down, so the Blashwicka is firing blind now. Now, will he get the Blashwicka with his torpedoes? If he does, he'll have a 100% torpedo kill rate on this batch so far, meaning that every torpedo that is hit has killed something. Nope. Looks like the torpedoes do miss the Blashwicka in smoke, but the Asashio B is also pushing the Blashwicka. Now, the Asashio actually has some pretty hard-hitting guns, so he could potentially hurt this Blashwicka quite a bit. And you can see there, between Pickles' HE and the Asashio's HE, the Blashwicka just lost half of his health there between their two salvos. Blashwicka's at 6k. Pickles gets his guns off again. Gets the kill on the Blashwicka. That is 7 kills for Mr. Pickles. But the Blashwicka got his torps off, and there goes the friendly Asashio. Fuso is still alive all the way out there, along with the Colorado. Never mind, the Fuso has been sunk by the Asashio torpedoes. But there's still a Colorado left to farm. So can Pickles get 8 kills? Meaning that he has sunk around 80% of the enemy team if he manages to pull this off. We'll see if he can do that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad you asked that question. So he got one good hit on the Colorado. Colorado maneuvers. Colorado is actually a really, really darn maneuverable ship. Has a really small turning circle range, especially since it is a battleship. Wonderful ship for that. He gets 3,000 HE Alpha off on the Colorado. Colorado is opening up at Mr. Pickles now with his 16-inch guns. And he misses Pickles with the first set. Second set is off now. And these look a little bit better for the Colorado. Ooh, just manages to dodge that there. Starts to fire on the Colorado. Also takes out one of his secondary guns and an AA gun with him. So he's on a 17k health. Can he beat this Heinrich in killing this Colorado? Slowing down his ship now to try and throw off the Colorado. There is High Caliber. Takes another secondary and AA mount with him. Here comes the Colorado's reared guns. And seems to tap Mr. Pickles' bow. Pickles pops that heel. Here comes the front guns from the Colorado, and ooh, much better hit there. Citadel's Mr. Pickles. 1,000 health with a fire burning. Can he get the kill? That is his fire burning the ship down, so if that does tick over, he'll get it. But no! The Heinrich swoops in and grabs the kill from Pickles. So 7-kill Atago game. Man, what a ship. And again, a heavy cruiser I would definitely recommend you guys pick up. She's an absolutely fantastic cruiser, a blast to play. That got Pickles a 2,700 base XP game there out of his Atago and netted him #1 on the leaderboard and almost 1,000,000 credits there. So good job, Pickles. Thanks for sending that in. Thought that'd be a quite entertaining video for you guys today. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 40k subs, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. If you have a replay you'd like to send in, the email link is in the description down below if you wish to do so. You might see yourself here up on the channel as well. So again, guys, hope you guys have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.